Okay, everybody, so this is going to be game 2 between KandyS on the red side and Yu Yang's minions on the blue side. So once again, we see both teams getting into a game. This time, it's going to be on Cursed Hollow. So Cursed Hollow, essentially, the map objectives are going to be tribute. So there can be tribute spawning in places that look like this, up here as well, over here. Down here, you've got a couple of other places as well over here. So what happens is that as these tributes spawn, if you collect 3 of them, you get to be able to push against your opponent's team's lanes without any towers fighting back, and more importantly, the minions will have 1 health basically, so everything dies in 1 hit, and fortifications are so much weaker than they normally are. So you're going to see a lot of battles being concentrated around the tributes that spawn essentially, as well as people fighting for the other merc camps so that they can add pressure while the tributes are up. So without further ado, let's get on to the game. So as the heroes are spawning and they're running over into the lanes, let's take a quick look at both team comps. For Yu Yang's minions, we find Tassadar, Uther, Illidan, Stitches, and Vala. So they're going to be very strong in terms of their pick. They're going to be looking out for the vision given by Tassadar, and then the hook into the hook from Stitches, and then the whole team piles in with a follow-up stun from the Uther. And for Team KandyS, we have Malfurion, Tychus, Falstad, Tyrell, and Diablo. So they're going to be a really sturdy team, a strong tank in front with the Malfurion. Knowing Kiro's playstyle, he's likely going to go for Twilight Dream Malfurion with the big AoE silence. So they're going to be looking for the big, large team fights and try to avoid being picked off by the blue team. So as the game starts, we see both teams running down the middle. We see the blue team going into this bush looking for the hook. The red team's going to have none of it. They're going to be backing off. They're going to go back to the safety of their middle lane fort, but all still grouped up. None of the teams have gone for the watchtower. The red team's moving down now with Diablo walking towards the watchtower. The blue team doesn't get the pick they want, and Stitches is going to be positioning inside this little nook over here. So he's going to see if he can get the hook, and he lands the hook on Malfurion, but he lands on the other side. Illidan jumps over, and Malfurion goes down. That's the first kill for Team Yu Yang's minions. A quick, easy pickup, and a quick EXP lead for them. We see now Falstad soaking up top with Diablo, Tychus down the bottom. Stitches is going to be holding that lane. We see the Tyrell coming around from the side looking for a possible gank, but Stitches is way too near to the wall. I don't think he's going to go down. Tyrell might not want to show himself yet. We see up top now it's Illidan and Tassadar versus the Falstad, and with Tassadar such a lane bully, they are going to be laying down a lot of damage in the Falstad, and it's up to the rest of the Falstad team to help him out. And we see already Falstad taking out the half health. We see in the middle the Tyrell going in for the gank, but he doesn't get what he wants. Uther and Vala are just going to be staying there, staying back, being safe. We see the Diablo just standing back here, still on his mount. He's going to be relatively safe. He's going to be avoiding the ganks. Now we see the Tyrell and the Tychus gathering in mid, hiding in that bush, looking for the gank. The Uther face checks the bush. He takes a lot of damage. He's taking out half health, but he heals up. He drops a stun on the Tychus, and Malfurion's taking out half health with the auto attacks by the Vala. He's going to back off. The Tyrell's trying to go into the bush, but Illidan jumps over. He's going to be taking out half health as well. It's stun going to come out. The Uther stun comes out on the Tychus. Tychus taking out half as well, and that's going to be a successful trade for the blue team. Red team's going to go back, lick their wounds, heal up from the Moonwell. We see Tassadar now up here bullying the Falstad with his shield, with storms, with his auto attacks, and we see the Diablo making a toss on the Stitches into the wall. Stitches takes a ton of damage, but the Stitches manages to make it out alive, gets the hook on the Diablo. This Diablo gonna go down. He's taking really low, and not one more arrow from the minion, but it's not gonna quite make it, and Diablo barely survives with his life. And already 2 minutes in, this is an action-packed game. We see the blue team making a move for their own siege golems. Gonna add some pressure right before the tributes are gonna come up. This is perfect advantage right now. We see the Tassadar up there. It looks like they swapped the Tyrell up to try and face off Tassadar. And just like I said, right when the siege golems are about to reach the lane, the tribute is gonna spawn, creating opposite pressure. It looks like the blue team's gonna be going for the hard camps as well. If Illidan being a really good merc camp taker, really good jungler, my bad. And now we see the red team positioning around the tribute, trying to set up a position, seeing what kind of advantage he can get. The Tychus is going to be chasing away the Stitches, allowing the Falstad to secure the first tribute of the game. That tribute is going to be going to the red camp. But in the meanwhile, we have Tassadar in the top lane, the siege golems barreling down the top lane, and the blue team has secured their own hard marks as well. So they're going to be running down the middle lane, adding even more pressure. How is Team KandyS going to respond to this? They're going to respond by taking their own siege golems, adding their own pressure down. But now we see Diablo taken really low. The rest of the team is going down, and Diablo goes down as well to a quick burst heal from Toltek, the Uther. And we see Falstad going up. He's trying to respond to the siege golem pressure, trying to see what he can do, trying to quickly clear it out. And Tassadar's poking him in the meanwhile. See the 3 members of the blue team of of Yu Yang's minions gathering mid, trying to push up the hard mercs, burning out all the ammo from the wall. We see the red team rotating around to support this. Malfury's taking really low. Illidan's on the inside. He's taking a half health. He's going to try and back out. He pops a heal. He pops his first aid. And he's going to make it out alive, relatively healthy. Stitches is going to be stealing the watchtower for some extra vision and adding more pressure onto him, onto Team KandyS. See Illidan going up top. Felset's taken to about 1/3 of this health. He still hasn't taken down the siege golems. Tassadar has been dropping those shields, keeping the siege golems healthy, and Illidan jumps in. Felset's really low. Is he going to make it out alive? He can't take the Moonwell anymore. One more shot from Tassadar, and the Felset goes down. And just like that, Yu Yang's minions are 2 levels ahead, on 1 level now. But still, a ton of pressure being laid down onto KandyS. And the tribute comes up with Felset just spawning now. But Felset has that fly. He can fly and support the rest of his team. How are they going to do this rotation? Looks like Stitches is running up, so Diablo's going to be following him. Down up there, we see Tychus, Illidan jumping straight in, but he gets a shield from Tassadar, keeping him relatively healthy. We see the Tyro jump in as well. A hook tries to go out, but he misses the Diablo. Now we see lots of battles going up here. Shield goes back down on the Illidan. Illidan's taken really low. Diablo slams him, and Illidan goes down. That's gonna be the first kill for Team KandyS. And now we see Team KandyS pushing Tassadar out of the fight. Tassadar's gonna be dropping a storm, cancelling the tribute cap. And now we see a toss. We see an overpower onto the Stitches, followed by a knockback into the wall. Stitches taken really low. He takes a bite out of Felset. He lands the hook, but Stitch is gonna go down. Tyro's taking really low. Felset is really low as well. They're gonna be backing out. The rest of the healthy team is still gonna be right in front. They're gonna be pushing Felset away. Oh, and the overpower on the Vala. My bad, the Vala. And a heal comes out, double heal from the Uther, plus a stun on the Tigers. A grenade comes out. It's not gonna be enough to get the Felset. It looks like Team KandyS is gonna secure the second tribute of the game, making it out all alive, but not quite healthy. Now we see them rotating around. They're going to be going for their hard cam. Tychus is really low, but it's going to be the Diablo tanking the hard mugs for him. In the meanwhile, the blue team's going to be pushing down the middle, going to be clearing out the wave. It looks like they might be going for the boss. Let's see how they rotate this one out. The Illidan's going to be up top. He just cleared out the wave. He's going to be running down. Pings go down on the boss for the blue team. Are they going to go for it? Doesn't quite look like they're going for it yet. Looks like they're opting to apply more pressure in different lanes. They're going to be clearing out the wave. Stitch is going to be clearing that out. Tyro tries to drop a smite, misses the smite, doesn't quite land the damage he wants to land. Meanwhile, the Felset's up top. He's going to be soaking up EXP again. The blue team's level 10, so they're going to be looking for an engage. The red team's racing to get to the level 10, and the Felset up there. He's going to be soaking. If the fight breaks out, a stun goes down to Diablo, but he's not going to get it. A hook goes out, misses, catches complete air, and the blue team's going to wisely back away. They don't have the initiation they want. They can't go in on such a sturdy, balanced composition from Team KandyS. So you see the red team going back out. It's a successful defense by them. They're going to be soaking the bottom lane, and with these 3 arrow cams, will they be able to get to level 10? But at the same time, the tribute comes up, and it's going to add even more pressure. It looks like the red team might opt to give up this tribute. Let's see how they play this one out. The blue team's in a perfect position to look for the pick. Okay, now we see the red team. Are they going to be going for this tribute? They know the blue team's going to be here. Tassadar vision comes out. The hook's going to land on the Tychus. Everybody's going to be piling in. Archon pop. The Odin comes out. Shokunar comes out, but it only hits Stitches. And a big stun from the Uther. Uther's taking really low. Tyro's going really low as well. Tyro goes in for the judgment, and the Vala goes down. And Tyro's going to be making out of a little bit of health. Malfurion goes down the Illidan and deep dive. Tyro's really low. The Stitches goes out of hook, but he misses the hook. Felset makes it out. He makes it to the safety of his fort, and now Stitches is caught inside. But Diablo's caught out of position. He goes for the knockback on the Tassadar. Diablo's taking really low. Diablo goes down as well. It looks like a win for the blue team. Are they going to make it over the tribute? It's still going deep. The hook on the Felset and the oh my bad. The gorge on the Felset, and the Felset goes down. They pick off the Tyro as well. Tyro tries to go in, but it's going to be a mistake by him. Illidan's definitely going to jump over this with a nice body block. He's going to pop his evasion. He's going to make it out alive, and that's a huge win for the blue team. It was a 3 for white, essentially, and they're going to be securing the tribute, the first tribute of the game for them. In the meanwhile, the red team's going to be repositioning, and Illidan dives in. What an aggressive Illidan. He jumps straight in, takes a bit of poke, he pops his evasion, gets back out, lands a bit of damage on the Tychus. He's going to back off wisely. He's probably going to go either up top or for his siege golems. Looks like he's going to go for his siege golems. In the meanwhile, 3 members of the blue team have just secured the grave golem, adding a ton of pressure down. But are the red team going to go for the grave golem, or are they going to respond? Looks like they're going to get Grave Golem of their own. In the meanwhile, Illidan's going to be responding with the Siege Golems up top. Tyro's going to be taking their own Siege Golems to KandyS. And Tassadar and Stitches look like they're going to go for the hard milks for the blue team. So let's see how they respond to this pressure. It's going to be Vala and a Grave Golem barreling down this. The gate goes down. One more tower's going to go down. Second tower's going to go down for sure. The red team's not in position to respond to this. It looks like they might just sacrifice their fort. Oh no, the Valor opts to back off, not knowing where the rest of the red team is. Is she gonna go back in? Yes, she does. She's gonna be shooting away, pounding away at the defenses of the fort. Tyro's going to be running down. It's going to try and defend this for sure. But the rest of the red team might be running down as well. We see the Stitches, the Uther, and the Tacita. They land a stun on the Malfurion. What was the Malfurion doing there? A big stun comes out of the Uther. The Malfurion goes out. It's going to drop a 25-second timer on him. And this means that the red team are going to be severely disadvantaged. 2 levels down and 1 member of the team down. Let's see how they make this defense of the tribute. Are they even going to fight for it? Seems like Diablo got caught out. He's taken down to about half health of the Illidan. Illidan's still chasing. An overpower comes out. Odin's early popped, but he gets shrink ray by the Tacita. Diablo goes out. Apocalypse is nothing, and looks like this Odin's not gonna make it out alive. Illidan's too strong of a chase, and Tychus goes down. Now we see Tyrell and Uther battling it out. Tyrell's not gonna have enough damage. He's gonna have to back out of this, or he's gonna be another kill for the blue team. He wisely backs out. He opts to clear out the hard camp instead. In the meanwhile, the blue team have secured the bot fort, and after that, the Valor went up. But the siege golems are pushing for the red team. So let's see what comes out of that later on. Now we see 5 members of the blue team gathering mid at the same, and the hook lands on the Malfurion. Malfurion pops the Twilight Dream. He's taken really low. It's not enough. He's taken down. Shocking out goes down. A Judgment goes down on the shrink rate Illidan, but he has the shield. He's gonna survive. Metamorphosis back in, and Tyrell goes down as well. It's gonna be another kill. This is disastrous for Team KandyS right now. The Illidan's gonna be bashing away the fort. A knockback from Diablo goes onto the Uther, but the Uther's gonna have a lot of shield, a lot of heals. He's gonna make it out alive. An overpower goes on the Tacita, but that's not the target you want to overpower. He's gonna be able to dimensional shift out of there. He's taken really low though. Gonna be taken down by the Tychus, and a ton of damage coming out from the Tychus over there. So that's at least a small win for the red team. Because of the catch-up mechanic in Heroes of the Storm, they're gonna be closing the EXP gap. Now they're only 1.5 levels behind. Let's see how both teams respond to this. Stitcher seems to have gone bot and cleared out siege golems. At the same time, it looks like Felstead, Diablo are going to be going up and clearing out the siege golems of the blue team. In the meanwhile, because the blue team knows that the red team's not in position, they're going to be pushing down the middle. They're going to be trying to attack this fort, which is at 3/4 health. Are they going to go for it? No, they're not, because tribute's up. Now both teams are at 2 tributes. The first team to get this tribute is going to be cursing the other team. There's going to be a ton of map pressure. Let's see if the red team can get this one. Are the blue team going for it? The blue team's going to take down the fort first and going to leave the hard cans to the red team over there. That means they're going to give up the tribute to Team KandyS, and Team KandyS is going to be cursing the blue team for an entire minute. Let's see how the blue team responds. Team KandyS is most likely going to take down this fort with little to no resistance, but will the blue team go in for this? It looks like Stitch has found Tyrell out in the jungle, and Tyrell's in a bad position. The stun comes out from the Uther, but he still has his Q. He's still going to make it out of his Druid's might. See the entire blue team positioning now over here. The Team KandyS has taken down the fort, and now we see Tyrell out of position again. The Uther's going to be running by. Is the Uther going to go in? He drops a stun. He runs in. He lands a huge stun. Shocking out comes out, misses everybody, and now the Apocalypse comes out. We see Tyrell taken really low. Is everybody going to go over there? The Tyrell Tacita's really low as well. Illidan's low. Tychus is low. Tychus string rate. Tychus goes down. Diablo's low. Diablo goes down. Felstead goes down as well. The ton of burst. Felstead goes down now. My bad. He got gorged by the Stitcher. I didn't even see that. He comes out, pops back out of tiny slither of health. And it looks like blue team has another one engaged to their name. They're going to be going to the mid. They're going to be clearing out the hard mercs, and then after that, likely they're going to be rotating around and responding to the bottom minion push, because the fort cannot shoot back. It looks like the fort's going to go down. They're rushing for it. They're just barely going to miss it. So that's going to be 2 forts for the red team, equalizing a lot of the EXP. They're going to be slightly away from the next talent gate, which means that they can still afford to team fight once the next talent gate comes up. They're not going to be that far behind. Now we see the red team going around. They're going to be collecting their own siege golems. Likewise for the blue team, they're going to be collecting their own siege golems as well, with the Uther and the Tacita. Uther's not going to heal. I mean, he's a heal bot. He's going to be healing up himself in the midst of battle. We see now everybody rotating around. The blue team wants to go for their hard camps, but there's still another 30 seconds left to it. Another 30 seconds left on their own boss as well. So now everybody's opting to rotate around to the middle. We see everybody gathering around the middle. Stitches trying to clear out the minion wave, so it's a clear line of sight for his hook. Is he going to get the hook? This is going to be a critical hook for the blue team right now. Testa throws out the vision so that Stitches can see where he wants the hook. He can find his ideal target, but the red team's having none of it, and they're going to wisely back off. Blue team is still 2 levels ahead in terms of this. They see their siege golems pushing up top fort, and they're going to be joining their siege golem. They're going to try to zerk down this fort up here. Red team's opting for the complete opposite. They might be going for the steal on the boss. Yes, they are going for the steal on the boss. They're going to be sacrificing their fort for blue team's grave golem. I don't quite agree with this though, because their own grave golem is going to be up in 15 seconds. That means they essentially gave up a fort for an even trade on the Grave Golem in a sense, but they're going to be getting an extra hard cam, and their own hard cam's up in another 1 minute 40 seconds, so I guess it's a small win. But the blue team's having none of it. They're barreling down the top lane, taking out one tower. They're going to take down the gate as well. They're going to take down the second tower, and they're at the doorstep of the red team's base. How's the red team going to respond to this? It looks like the blue team's going to take down the keep. It's down to about to half health, 1/4 health. They're definitely going to get the keep for sure. There's hard cam pressure from here. Grave Golem pressure down bottom, siege golems. The red team pots back. We see the entire blue team just getting the keep, making it out like bandits. Tiro jumps in with the Eldritch Ruins might. He looks for his target. Shockador comes out, only landing on the Uther. A big judgment on the Tessera. A Rain of Vengeance down onto the rest of the red team. And we see the Malfurion taken really low. We see the Odin taken really low. But the Uther goes down first, but his ghost can still be alive. Tiro's taken really low. Tiro's going to go down. The Gorge goes down and Felset. Felset's not going to live from that. Tyker's going to go down. Illidan's going to be chasing down the Felset for sure. And that's leaving Diablo only alive. And Diablo goes down as well. It's going to be a 2-for-5 exchange. Tessera and the Uther going down and the rest of the blue team up. Blue team is taking the top keep. It looks like Illidan's going to be bashing away at the middle, trying to clear out this wall. And meanwhile, Valhala's going to be clearing out the Grave Golem down here and the Siege Golem. Where is the Illidan going to go? They have all the time in the world they want to get this tribute. So this tribute is definitely going to Yu Yang's minions on the blue team. Likely they are waiting out the timer on this tribute because the entirety of Team KandyS is dead, except for the Malfurion, who has to defend the top against Siege Golems. It's going to take him a while, which means that if Team Yu Yang's minions are going to wait for this tribute later on, they're going to be in a perfect position for their own team to capitalize on it when everybody else is up, which is going to be horrible for Team KandyS right now. See Vala capping it right now, right before their own teammates spawn, and the blue team's gonna be running up. We see them pinging the boss for KandyS right now. Some vision is thrown down by the Malfurion. He's gonna check to see if any Stitches is hiding around the corner, looking for a hook, but the Stitches is over here, just barely missing out. Vision on the Stitches. Malfurion throws a quick Moonfire over the wall, trying to see if the hard cams are still there, is it being taken or not. But the blue team knows what's up. Stitches is going to run in first. They're going to catch the red team trying to take the hard cam. A Shockador comes out, lands on 3 members of the team, but hardly there's any damage. Lands on the 3 tankiest members of the team. Yu Yang's minions are going to be stealing this. A hook comes out, lands on the Felstead, and the Gorge goes out on the Felstead. They're going to be backing up. Tiro tries to jump in. A big stun out from the Uther, and we see the Felstead going to go down immediately. Tiro tries to go in straight for the Uther, but Tiro's going to be taken out. The Odin is broken, and Illidan is bashing away the Diablo. Diablo goes down as well. Tychus out of position. Tychus goes down. We see the Malfurion being chased down by the Illidan, and with the Metamorphosis, Malfurion goes down. That's a 5-for-0 exchange. It's a clean wipe, and now Team Yu Yang's minions are going to go ham on the red team's base. They're going to be clearing out this key. No, they're going to go straight for the core. No more shields in the core. 90%, 80%. There is no way. There is no way that Team KandyS can defend this. Their respawn time is just way too long, and that's going to be a win for Yu Yang's minions on the blue team. What an intense and exciting game with some amazing hooks coming out from the Stitches right here, especially that last hook, straight through Team KandyS, landing perfectly on the Felstead into the Gorge. No time for the barrel roll, and then it was written in stars for Yu Yang's minions essentially, and that's a huge win. Alright, so that was game 2 between KandyS and Yu Yang's minions. Stay tuned for game 3 coming up shortly.